On this episode of the Best of Bias Podcast, you got your boy. We are back. It's episode 280. We finally made it to the 280s. You know what I'm saying? We were stuck in the 279s for it seemed like 17 weeks, but we here now. I'm back. I apologize. There was a little break in there. I had to take some time to contemplate, man. I had a lot of shit to think about. A lot of new shit's coming. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff I was saturating you guys with back to back to back. I wanted to give you guys a second to, digest some of the stuff that I'm giving. Sorry if you guys hear the fan in the background. This is a test episode to see if you guys can hear it, because these recess lights be killing the fuck out of me. As you guys can see, I'll be sweating, and you know what I'm saying? I can't be sweating out the gear like this lid. It's just clean, huh? Go Braves. Talk about that a little bit. I'm wearing some Broken Promises today. You know what I'm saying? It's got a shout out to streetwear. You know what I'm saying? I be rocking some shit sometimes. You guys may wonder where I got it from. Hey, look no more. I got you guys. Cause we ain't only we ain't only a motherfucking podcast. We merch gang. But anyways, thank you guys for being here today. We got a lot to talk about. Welcome back. Some sports stuff going on, but this is mostly Cinema Corner. I've watched a lot of stuff, so it wouldn't be right if I didn't give you guys a Lydell style review of all the shit I've been watching, and it's been a lot of stuff, so I'm gonna run down that. Got some sports stuff to give you guys up to date on, let you guys know how I'm feeling about a couple of things. You know what I'm saying? WNBA draft coming up, NFL draft, NBA playoffs is about to start, some trades happened, you know what I'm saying? Baseball is going on. Plenty of stuff there. We saw the new Mario movie. The Boys started again. Maul, the Dark Lord. Is that what it is? Maul, the something Lord. Just started. What else we got coming back? Plenty of stuff to watch right here in the springtime. So I'm happy you guys are back. A lot to talk about. So let's get right to it. Let's get this theme song out of the way, because I know you guys love that theme song. Where it's at is right here. It's Lydell Dinero, episode 280, still season 4, almost season 5. Just waiting on it to be here soon. But let's get right into it. Yeah, let's go, AK. Run that shit.
It's the best of bias. You need the earful, you should try us. From pop culture to the movies to Nattys. It's the best of bias. The best of bias. Yeah, it's the best of bias.
What's up, everybody? We back. It is time to get into some shit, man. Thank you guys for being back here. I appreciate it so much. You know what I'm saying? I missed y'all so much. You know what I'm saying? Welcome back. Sorry, y'all. Thumbnail farming. Don't even worry about it. What? I'm done. Sorry, audio listeners. I was thumbnail farming for the new thumbnail setup I got on Canva. You know what I'm saying? People were talking about how just seeing my background all the time got a little boring, so I had to mix it up, get some background switching. I'm learning a lot of editing on the fly by myself. You know what I'm saying? You know how I like to take my creative liberties sometimes to further the podcast any way possible. So whatever I can do to give you guys a better audio and visual experience, I'm down to take that risk, take that time to do so. Me and AKA been rocking. AKA, thank you so much for all the visual things you do. If you guys, let me talk about this in the beginning. Like, subscribe, go to YouTube right now, Best of Bias. You see me on there, you see Growly on there. That's the mascot's name if you didn't know by now. But 200 plus videos. You know what I'm saying? We need some love, man. AKA's been working hard. I've been working hard to grow this Best of Bias Media company. And we doing all we can. Not all we can, but we doing a lot. You know what I'm saying? Almost breaking our backs to do so, but it's all for the love of the game, and I cannot complain about it, man. I love what I do. I love being here for y'all each week, and when I do miss y'all a week, I feel kind of bad about it, even though y'all ain't showing enough love on that YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Again, hit the like before you leave here. Hit that bell so you don't miss any new videos, and tell your friends about the pod, man. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff don't fund itself. You know what I'm saying? We do a lot to try to bring y'all a wonderful visual experience, not just the stuff you're hearing audio-wise, because we've been doing that forever. You know what I'm saying? But this audio or this visual stuff, the cameras, the setup, you know, solo dolo, man. Self-financed. Again, this is the perfect time to, if you guys are looking for any experience, resume builders, want to be a part of the team, do not be afraid to hit me up. You know how we work over here. We're super consistent. Always have work for you. You know what I'm saying? The pay may not be amazing right away, but it's definitely a foot in the door. Somebody that will always have work for you, keep you busy, you know what I'm saying? And I'm willing to learn too. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be all you. I'm going to still be heavily involved to make it even, make it an easy time for everybody to get the best product possible. So, you know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to want to be involved because we're looking for people for sure. All different kind of talents because this media company does all kinds of shit. You already know we're not just a podcast. We're looking for artists, writers, actors, you know what I'm saying? All kind of stuff to be a part of this journey that we're on. There's money out there. Let's go get it. You know what I'm saying? But, the company's not all about money. Making money is not the end all be all. It's just spreading knowledge, enjoyment, happiness, and just being that light in the time of I wouldn't say darkness, but it's getting a little shady outside. It's getting a little shady outside, and we need those outlets that we can go to be comfortable. That's why I like to, this is the podcast where it's the weekend now, towards the end of the week when I release this pod. So hopefully you're doing something relaxing, kicking your feet up, working out. If you're on the way to get that bread still on the weekends when you listen to this pod, hey, I don't blame you. Hopefully this pod can get you through your workday. As long as you click and play and can hang out with the family for a little bit, hey, I'm here for you. So hope y'all doing well. Hope your mental health is good. It's getting warmer out there, getting out of the cold weather months. So hopefully everybody's good and we can warm up, have a little fun, man. It's been too tight, too tense out there. Again, we're not the most political podcast in the world, but hopefully everybody's aware of what's going on outside. And that stuff is making everybody super apprehensive, super, I don't know, aggressive, worried, on edge. You know what I'm saying? This podcast wants to promote togetherness, the fun stuff in the world that still exists outside of the super serious stuff. We want to keep you guys informed, and we're in no way saying that the stuff that's super important out there is not important. We're just saying, hey man, there's other sides to it that can help you get through it. That rhymes. You know what I'm saying? Well, I guess maybe it's the same word. But anyways, let's get right into it, man. Let's start with these sports and get through them real fast. I may be speeding through these sports things, but you know how I like to ramble. And I got a lot of TV shows to talk about in Cinema Corner. So I'm sorry if I brush over a lot of information y'all want to hear as far as the super details with the sports. Let me just go ahead and get started here. Give me 1 second. Boom. Yeah. That's a cool ass animation. Starting with the NBA MVP race, man. This will be fast because shit's been changing rapidly. Changes pretty much daily whenever these guys play games. People see something that you haven't seen before, and opinions change. People get hurt. Narratives change. And I don't know. Pretty much this is the season that we have to kind of fight to prove that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander isn't the MVP by default. I mean, I feel like everybody else's kind of arguments kind of cancel each other out. And since that does happen, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who has the number 1 seed in the West by far, and who's, I don't know, just been averaging 20 points for a long time. I mean, I'm sorry. I know I sound like a hater when it comes to SGA, but it's like, I get it. He's on the number 1 seeded team, and they won the championship last year. They were great last year. He won the MVP and everything last year. I feel like they're taking his last year's accolades and just carrying them on to this year and putting them up against players that have incredible stats and saying that they're the same. And he's just going to win by default because now Luka's hurt. Wemby may be hurt. And for some reason, Jokic doesn't qualify just because he has 3 MVPs already, I feel like. Every year that he's supposed to win the MVP, rightfully so, they find a way not to give it to him just because of voters fatigue, I feel like. But the 3 years they did give it to him were significantly worse than the year he's having, last year and the year he's having this year. So I don't know what the ruling is anymore. I'm hoping MVP and these all-pro shits don't become a joke like the NFL Pro Bowl, but come on now. Let's just not people. You know how hard people have to work to earn back-to-back MVPs, to earn back-to-back championships. And I feel like we're just handing everything to OKC just because last 2 years they were a team that just ran away with the number 1 seed. I feel like they didn't cakewalk through the playoffs. They didn't have a easy ass run through the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? They had tough times with teams that they necessarily shouldn't have tough times with. One being the Pacers. Also, I don't know who they played first round. I don't want to say they got lucky in the first round, but I know in the second round they got lucky going 7 with us. You know what I'm saying? So all the credit everybody's putting on SGA and the OKC Thunder, I get it. They are a good team, but besides SGA, I don't see anybody else great on the team. I'll wait. Jalen Williams, I get it. Chet, but everybody else is like a good utility player. And their team is stacked with utility players. Just imagine like a team that has every utility player spot available, and if that utility player doesn't have a good game, they have a utility player to back that player up that's going to have a good game that can give you 10, give you 15. I mean, I does speak to the team, but at the same time, it doesn't warrant SGA getting all the accolades for it. I'm not even going to talk about the foul baiting because he has games where he, gets a lot of points, gets 40 points without getting to the line a bunch. But I think that does, show that his team is a little more valuable than he is by himself. Even when he was out, his team was still winning because they had the requisite players to pick up the slack scoring, pick up the slack defensively when he was out. You know what I'm saying? Do you really give that to SGA for MVP, or do you give it to the coach, the GM for stacking the team the way it has? I don't know. The Luka thing, if he was healthy, him being traded to Lakers and doing what he's doing, especially in the last couple of games, if he didn't get hurt, would definitely deserve it. Wemby, I don't think it's his time yet for that. He is valuable for the sake of the definition of MVP. I would probably say he's probably the most valuable to his team because of his size and his skill set. But he hasn't really necessarily proved it. And he was hurt a lot this year, too. Jokic had a big gap where he was hurt this year. Before he got hurt, though, he was having out of this world shit to where you couldn't say anything about his numbers. But after that layoff and him come back with like maybe a week or so of playing bad, he's back to playing how he kind of was at the beginning of the season. Now they're saying it's too late. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. But, the league is in good hands because these players, though Jokic doesn't really care about MVP, as much. Luka, he can't hide how much he actually cares. He got hurt trying too hard. You know what I'm saying? He trying to score 50 points every game. His usage, even though he already had tight hamstrings, trying to go out there and prove that he deserves MVP. Like, if they give it to you, they give it to you. Because even if you deserve it, they're going to find ways to not give it to you. They're already doing that, and they probably were already going to give it to Wemby or SGA. So they're already hating on him. And then, Wemby has already came out and said he wants all the awards now, even being 20 years old. He wants all the awards and wants to be known as the best player at 20, which I think is nuts. But, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like if Jokic doesn't want to be face of the league and doesn't care about MVP, it's not a good look for the league to keep giving it to him. And SGA is like, okay, I'm going to act like I don't care about it. I care about it. And if you're going to give it to me, I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't blame him for that at all. But, man, I don't know. But Cooper Flag, though, Wemby, a lot of the younger players that are stepping in as some of the older players are stepping out. What's it? I forgot his first name. Is it Colin or whatever? Knipple on the Hornets. Melo Ball, like Anthony Edwards. The game is in good hands, man. Cooper Flag putting up multiple 40-point games, probably the most in league history by a 20-year-old or 19-year-old, doing shit we knew he was going to do, actually showing itself. Mavericks could be good once Kyrie comes back and, they get a good draft pick and we'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying? But he is looking to be probably rookie of the year, of course. Colin Knipple kind of, was, had his hands on the throat of the award as he was breaking, Steph Curry's rookie 3-point record this year by a mile and making all kind of records as a rookie. Some shit that we haven't seen since Steph. So, you know what I'm saying? Shooting is exciting in this league. So if you can dunk, can cross over and shoot, that's what they want the league to put on notice. And we're seeing what's going on with it. But shout out to Cooper. It just sucks, man. And these injuries and these game minimums now that they try to put in place to prevent players from tanking or, just load managing, it's not really working either because now all the players that should be winning All-Pro are not going to be eligible for missing games that they didn't plan to miss, along with the games they did miss, thinking they can miss those for, just rest and they wouldn't add up to matter. Now they do. Now we have Luka trying to turn over the votings or disqualify some of his absences due to being somewhere for the birth of his child. He already had to complain and get his suspension rescinded when they were playing against Detroit. It's just like, bruh, if you're gonna make rules, stick to them. Stop letting certain people appeal and get past the rules. It's ugly. It's gonna look stupid. Again, we don't want the awards to look crazy like Pro Bowls in the NFL. We want the All Pros for NBA to matter. But yeah, if you're disqualifying the best players for being injured, yeah, that players have to play at least 20 minutes, and in 65 games, it's a crazy standard. Hopefully, they're probably going to change it next year. Find another way for players not to load manage, but I don't know. We're getting close to the playoffs. I think we have like 5 games left. The Nuggets doing well. 9-game winning streak right now. Hopefully getting to 10, maybe the longest of the season. The longest we've ever had. I don't want to jinx it right now, but we are losing bad to the Grizzlies, so I might be looking down a little bit. That's what I'm looking at. But NBA is in full effect, and again, you all saw that Wemby versus Jokic game. I don't want to hear nothing else, man. Big body. And you put that 20-year-old in those pressure cooker positions, so they can't always handle it. You know what I'm saying? So give him a break. He'll be good. I guarantee you Wemby's going to be good, but he ain't Jokic yet. You're so ready to give somebody else the best player in the world title and knock Jokic off that throne because he ain't giving y'all the braggadocio of best player in the world. He's not tattooing chosen one on his back. You know what I'm saying? He ain't dunking from the free throw line. You're like, man, he's not the best player. We can't keep calling him this because he can't jump over, or what does Stephen A say? He can't jump off of a curb. It's like, bro, we get it, bro. You don't understand what he's doing. You haven't seen it before. I get it, bro, but find some new shit to say about him. No ball. Watch other people. It's not all about the Lakers, Knicks, motherfucking Celtics. Get with the shit. MLB has started. Hopefully all your teams is doing well. I'm going to be checking in a lot more with the MLB. I feel like I did an injustice last year with my Braves. Didn't really check in. And I feel like it reflected in their record. You know what I'm saying? We have an amazing roster. I've been seeing them doing a bunch of work this year. I'm not happy about Spencer Strider being injured again to start the year. Chris Sale's going to have to hold it down. Yeah, I saw that fight yesterday. They want it, man. They out there playing ball. I think we are 8-5 right now. Came out hot. Our bats are hot. Acuna's not doing the best, but you know what I'm saying? Everybody else picking up the slack. Drake Baldwin, Young Smith out there, the DH doing raw. Matt Olson, Austin Riley, Ozzie Albies, Dubon, welcome to the squad. Michael Harris. Yeah, we got some ballers, man, and they ready to play this year. I'm excited to see what they can do. Gotta knock the Dodgers off the throne. Somebody has to. I'm not saying we definitely are because we have to prove it. You know what I'm saying? We have the bats to do so. We just have to come out there and play ball. Hopefully our pitching staff can stay somewhat healthy and show up when times we do need them. Chris Sale's getting hit a little bit the last couple of starts he had. But you know, hopefully we can clean it up, man. I want to be talking about the Braves in the postseason as a team that, you know, can compete with the Braves or compete with the Dodgers. You want to be that team that the Dodgers are scared of, looking over their shoulder and like the Braves are coming. You got to be better than the Mets, the Phillies, Nationals, Miami. You got to do all that. That's just basic shit. You know, one step at a time. But ultimately, with our powers combined, somebody needs to beat these Dodgers, bro, because this shit is getting annoying as fuck. It's giving Warriors Kevin Durant vibes. You feel me? So, yeah. National championships, man. Michigan doing their thing, holding it down for the Big Ten. I know I wasn't really checking in with NCAA basketball this year. I do admit that. It's just because, you know what I'm saying, seasons are long. A whole bunch of for-nothing games before they actually get into league play. League play is hella long, and then we have the league tournament. League tournament, then we decide to see who gets into the March Madness. And there's so much shit going on during the basketball season. I ain't gonna lie. If Oregon basketball is doing shitty like they were this year, I'm not gonna spend my time checking it out, because if they ain't gonna try, I ain't gonna try either. Last year we made the tournament by the hairs on their chinny chin chin. We played all right, did all right. This year we were just ass, got nowhere near it. To see 5-star players come to our squad, commit. Dana Altman's supposed to be that guy still. Got Trevor Ariza's son coming in next year as a 5-star. Hopefully he stays. I don't know. Biddle wasted staying another year. Kwame he's transferring, probably gonna go to fucking Duke or Michigan or some shit for his last year eligibility. It's too much, bro. It's just too much this year. Hopefully Dana can keep his job because I feel like he is a good recruiter. He's great for the team, but it's not about Oregon right now. Michigan, you did your damn thing this year. Team full of fucking transfers, all from other schools that didn't have opportunities to win it with those schools. Said, look at this, out here at Michigan, this coach, we fuck with him. He seemed to have it all together, and they thugged through the tournament. Really putting belt to ass to everybody they played. Were rough and rugged. And I honestly don't know a lot of the players, but I will give them their props. You know what I'm saying? In football, they won the national championship a couple of years ago. I was salty. I ain't gonna lie. But Indiana won this year national championship. Michigan beat UConn 69-63 this year. Hey, and UConn lost, man, on both sides. So seeing them be able to lose and somebody else get to hold the trophy up, man. And even if being Michigan, a rival team in the Big 10, as long as it's not somebody in the SEC who thinks they're more powerful and more respected than everybody else, and as long as it's not UConn again, I think they won last year and the year before last. So, not the year before, I think they won 2 of the last 4. You know what I mean? So, as long as they didn't win that, that was amazing to see. And hold on, I gotta turn this fan back on. And to see those guys from Michigan who didn't have a chance back in the day at the other schools their first couple of years, whether it be their 3rd year, 4th year, 5th year eligibility, getting it done, man. Basketball is one of those sports where if your players stay for 4 or 5 years, that is some grown-ass motherfuckers playing against little-ass kids, to be 100% honest. Especially the young niggas coming in, 18, 19 years old. You got a 23, 24-year-old coming out there, a center, power forward, just intimidating everybody. Yeah. All that experience, that's a benefit no matter how you cut it. And I respect those players for staying because they possibly still won't go to the NFL, the NBA, but that experience, that brotherhood, bringing that title to the school is something that the school will never forget. And that'll always be attached to your name. So if you tried to, whether it be get a job in basketball, whether it be getting a job anywhere in the real world, that in NCAA champion is still going to be attached to your name. And that's an amazing feat. So shout out Michigan, though I didn't really watch y'all games, though I don't really know y'all team that well. Shout out, all my Michigan fan friends out there who, watched the team all year and they got the big payoff at the end of the year. Of winning that national championship. And of course, Michigan, shout out to y'all for winning the big ones, NBA, the football and basketball national championships within the last 4 years. That's crazy. Amazing accomplishment. And you guys can just rest on your laurels forever. I know y'all probably want more championships, but hey, if it was over now and it was all said and done, I don't think anybody really be able to match up to the years that y'all had in those sports. So shout out to those guys. And on the women's side, UCLA did beat South Carolina 79-51, or was that 51? God damn, 79-51. That was an ass kicking. Yeah, I watched the first half. Shout out Don Staley. But the second half, I just kind of tuned out. UCLA was doing whatever they wanted, really. All the guards on South Carolina looked really apprehensive, scared to drive in the lane, scared to go in the middle. Lauren Betts was, I wouldn't say punking them, but doing her job. You know what I'm saying? She would put a lot of pressure on the opposing center on offense. Just try to get the defender to front her and just kind of throw it over the top and try to either go up and get a bucket or get the foul. Or just be hell of aggressive to pull the help off the guards who were being really, really aggressive. Gabby Jaime Jaquez's sister, who was a guard for UCLA, who also plays softball, shout out to dual athlete, was out there balling. She had 21, 10, and 5. But Lauren Betts ended up getting the MVP somehow. She had 14 and 10. I get it. She had effects on other parts of the game as far as scaring the other team, having them not really want to drive the paint, not really want to put shots up. But hey, they did their thing. Although it was super cringe seeing them do TikTok dances after they won the trophy, let them have fun. No judgment here. South Carolina, you can't win it every year. You beat UConn and Gino Auriemma and that bullshit he was going through. disrespecting Don the game before, not wanting to shake her hand, talking shit, complaining about ripped jerseys that his own player rips. A bunch of bullshit, trying to make headlines for the wrong reason, being a sore loser. Even though every year when he beats everybody else, they got to take it on the chin and walk off, shake your hand, and just walk off like nothing happened. When it was your time to do so, you couldn't handle it, which is nuts. Which is really nuts in my eyes. I can't really see how you kind of repair your reputation after that. Me personally, I would take it personal if I know it's a good program. It can get you to the next level, and it's a really reputable program. And maybe a moment in lapse judgment. Pat Summitt said she had some experiences with him as well, and though Pat Summitt's not black, it looked a little bit more crazy when he was talking and berating a black woman like that, especially Don Staley, somebody so respected. Though she may have been talking shit on the sidelines to the ref, and he was probably talking shit too. Just because she was probably getting away with a little bit more, and it being a little bit more loose with her, like, still win the game, bro. Stop worrying about the referees on the sideline. And then stop trying to make alternate storylines to make you sound like a victim. You lost the game, bro. It doesn't happen very often. Just take it on the chin. Be better next year. I'm sure she's going to be better next year after she lost to UCLA. And she bigged up the other coach, letting her know how much she's doing for the sport. And, of course, Big Ten first national championship ever, if I'm not mistaken. And they came there and did that shit, man. So shout out to all the ladies involved. Shout out to UCLA. Even though, people saying it was cringe. Do your shit, man. Do your shit. Bring those talents to the WNBA and let's see what you got. More and more players with the reputable reputation in college that got that no ball that can make the WA that much better, especially with the eyes we had on it this year. Hey, man, I'm all about it. So shout out to all the ladies. Shout out to all the dudes. NCAA men's, women's. Shout out to y'all championship. Don't let nobody take that from you because they can't. Your names is etched in stone forever. Congratulations. All the hard work paid off. So I hope you enjoy it this year because we're coming next year. Oregon ain't going out like that, man. The Big Ten is up right now in all the sports and we're going to keep it running. We ain't going to only keep running indoor track every year. We're going to win more than that. I promise you that. We coming in football. I'll let you know a little bit more about that when the season comes, man. Because I ain't going to do too much talking on them this year, bro. Because if they ain't going to put on with all the shit that I'm talking for them, if they don't want it as much as I want it, I be bigging them up, expecting them to do big shit. They make it to the championship or the game before the championship and lose and get their ass whooped every time. So I still fuck with you already know that, but you got to show me this year before I start talking all the good shit about 5-star this, 5-star that. Let's just get to it. And then congratulations, Coach Michael Malone, getting hired as a UNC coach. After being let go from the Nuggets this year, fell into an incredibly cushy job out there at UNC. Head coach just got fired for them, and they needed a coach with the gusto that knew how to get the best out of the players. A champion, 10 seasons with the Nuggets, probably our first championship. I love Coach Mike Malone, and I know he's going to do great over there at UNC. He has a reputation. His dad was a coach. He was a coach. He's a championship winning coach. You know what I'm saying? They'll be able to get recruits there. It's UNC. He ain't got to work super hard to get recruits over there anyways. But I know the coach that he is, the reputation he has, is going to bring a lot of recruits over there. They're going to be great. And I think he'll turn that program around really fast and be able to compete with Duke. Be able to compete with other schools in the ACC. And now they have a bunch of great coaches that at UNC with the major sports that have been to the big leagues and won at the highest levels. Bill Belichick in football. And of course, Mike Malone in basketball. So big shouts out to him, and hope he does amazing. And you guys look out for the drafts, man. I think the WNBA draft is the 13th. So we got about a week and a couple of days for that draft. And I think the NFL draft is on the 24th, same weekend as the Michael Jackson movie. So, you know what I'm saying? Pick wisely. You know what I'm saying? I'm really excited for the first round of the draft. I cannot wait to see who the Nuggets, the Buccaneers pick. We're looking like we're gonna get Akeem Messidor out of Miami. A little bit older of a player, but proven production, can do his shit. If we trade back, I feel like we can trade back from the 15 pick to a team trying to pick up maybe Ty Simpson or something a little bit earlier, trade back and get Jacob Rodriguez in the late first and still get a couple of second round picks, so we have two, pick up a pass rusher in the second round along with another linebacker, maybe a lineman, and then third round, fourth round, move on from there. You know what I'm saying? I think we'll have a good draft. We didn't do the most in free agency. But I think we'll do good to bounce back. Everybody's sleeping on us, thinking we're going to be the bad team in the NFC South and NFL period. That's what they do every year. And not only do we either make the playoffs I know it's in the NFC South, which is a bad division anyways, but even when we do make the playoffs, we can win a playoff game. We've won a playoff game before. We won the Super Bowl before, of course, but in the years we didn't win the Super Bowl, we did win a playoff game and whoop the Eagles' ass. We lost on some stupid plays. Rams last stupid ass play where he blitzed when Cooper Kupp was wide open. Lions game, one pass, a dropped interception by Jamel Dean in the end zone, away from winning that game too. So it wasn't all doom and gloom, and it's not always doom and gloom, but we need to be able to show and prove that we still got it, and it's not bullshit. Hold on, this is pretty loud. Damn. Sorry, I got that ghetto ass fan over there. Just make me hella loud. Make me hella mad. Hopefully you guys don't hear that clicking, but yeah, NFL draft should be sick, man. I remember a couple of years ago we did do that mock draft with Kyle and Sean. Got on here and went pick for pick when we was really with the shits. Ooh, let's go Jamal. But yeah, not this year. I'm disappointed in a lot of these mock drafts I'm seeing out there, man. How they be skipping over the Buccaneers. I don't know, man. What we got to do to make y'all respect us as teams, man? We've been winning championships. Well, multiple Nuggets, Buccaneers, Braves, all within the last 5 or 6 years. So we just out here trying to function and get the reputation to everybody else, bro. Everybody be hating on us, not giving us some time on their TV shows, don't want to talk about us for no reason at all, bro. Nuggets about to be on a 10-game winning streak, knock on wood. Buccaneers, I don't know. Only reason they want to talk about us now is because Mike Evans went to the 49ers and Mike Evans is lightweight dissing us. So, we're in the news for that. And Baker Mayfield squatting 450 pounds. He ready. Let's go, Bake. Show him what's good, bro. Tez Johnson, Emeka Egbuka, Jalen McMillan, Chris Godwin. Sorry, I forgot your name down to the bottom, but I should have said you first, but we got this, bro. Pop culture. Quick discussion about music right now, man. Is music hitting the same? People have been saying that for years, and I've come to the conclusion that music and content, what the fuck is going on? What happened to our attention span? We can't. It's like we work so hard to put out this content, people work so hard to put out these albums, take years to put out this work. And it gets listened to and consumed for maybe a week, 2 weeks, and forgotten completely about after that. And in order for you to continue to get this notoriety and get your money, you have to continue to make this work that only lasts for a certain amount of time. It just bugs me. Like, J. Cole, Baby Keem, 21 Savage. There's so many people drop albums this year that I maybe listened to for 2 weeks when they dropped in the weekend after that. And they just kind of went by the wayside. And and I've noticed about my playlist and in general, Apple Music, we have so much access to music that if it's not on my recently added, I could be slapping your song for like a week straight, 2 weeks straight, 4 weeks straight. And then if it's not on my recently added right there in front of my face, I'm not going to go down there and search for your song that I used to slap like it was my song. I don't know if that's just me or that's how they conditioned us with these apps, bro. I'll put shuffle on my phone for my Apple Music, but how I download albums, I like to support the artist's full projects. It's like they'll put on songs that I really don't want to hear after songs that I've been slapping, or I'll hear a song from an album that I thought was slapping. I'll go to that album, listen to the whole album through, and then get back to my shuffle of recently added just because that's the vibe that I just don't get it. And I feel bad because I kind of equated it to the content that we make for YouTube. It's like, especially if we're talking about like trending topics in the moment. It's like if you put it out too late or it gets too past it, like then the topic has been talked about and nobody's talking about it no more. Nobody's gonna click on the video to watch it. Like I see gaming streamers put out streams of their games. One day, somebody will watch it once, and then after that, they keep on putting out videos because those videos will get old and they will sit in the archive and not be watched. Is it because they get saturated with too many videos from that one person? Or that person feels like they spent so much time making these videos, if they don't keep up with them, people will forget about them and watch other people's videos. It's just tough. It's just tough. It's just tough. It's just content creation, entertainment, even sports. Like after people are done with you in sports, it's kind of over for you. What do you do after that? I don't know, man. I've just kind of been in a weird place. You got Tory Lane's Slutty Bass just dropped. You know what I'm saying? The promotion was so big. It was so anticipated. I listened to a couple of songs on there, and then now I don't really listen to it at all. Maybe it's because I'm not into the 80s kind of retro dance music. I understand what he's trying to do, kind of get the Uncle Luke Miami mixed with the 80s retro. I don't know if I was ready for like 20 songs of that. You know what I'm saying? It kind of all sound kind of repetitive. Bulma's Dilemma, I think the song was called. That was my favorite song on the album, but it kind of reminded me of something, what Mr. Hotspot used to do. Show me you smile, you show me goodness, great. Show me your, but you know, your patience is making me smile bright, type shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Tori was like, showing me patience. Sorry, my singing voice ain't there, but I just kind of feel like that was kind of a rip of that. But I felt like Tory Lane's the long way pause, and you know what I'm saying, do what you got to do to make that money from behind the walls. You feel me? But this one wasn't for me. I'm a Tory Lane's rap and sing kind of guy. I really did love his, what was the album with like the Brady Bunch cover? I forgot what that was. The mixture of singing and rapping. I'm a day one Tory Lanez fan, so I'm with all the shit, but you know what I'm saying? This wasn't really the album for me. Bully, that really didn't hit for me. The whole Kanye West thing is still kind of sensitive and kind of fresh. So I don't feel like necessarily he deserves the notoriety that he, and forgiveness from everybody to necessarily just kind of jump back on that Kanye West wagon. He's doing concerts and SoFi selling them out. I don't know. I don't know if it's 100% because of Kanye West, or more so it's an event that you have to kind of be at to be in the know, and it's the hype beastie type of thing. Kanye West performing, let's be there to say we were there type shit. But I mean, no matter what he does seem to have a fan base behind him. But I don't know. I think this Bully album's going to come and go, just like the Vultures album came and go. But there's so much money, promotion, time, equity value put into these albums, and they just go over by the wayside, man. What was your favorite album of the year? I mean, a lot of artists dropped this year, and I respect that, but nothing had any stay power. And I'm not being biased. This is the best of bias. You know what I'm saying? Even my Bryson Tiller album that I loved, like, came out maybe last year. I was slapping that for months and months. Now I don't really play that no more. What I'm playing right now, mostly, I'll be listening to that Concrete Boys Volume 2. Don Toliver, I'm still listening to that album. You know what I'm saying? That had a little bit of staying power, but even that, man, I just kind of have to figure out how, like music videos, maybe we have to get like music video shows again where we can keep seeing these artists and this content. Maybe we need a YouTube kind of award show. Not award show, like not like a ridiculousness, but maybe like a 106 Park for YouTube content. I don't know. I don't want to give away my ideas or nothing. Mr. Beast will have a show next week, but what y'all thinking, man? I'm just kind of, Iceman's gonna drop soon, but it's been to deal with Drake albums too. I've listened to Drake albums for like a week or two, and then it just kind of went by the wayside. Why is our attention span so bad? Is it these apps? Is it the phones? What can we do? Like even video games, bruh. $70 for a video game. You'll play it for maybe a week or 2, 3 weeks, and then you get bored of it. And you spent all that money. Is it just us as a people? Like, it just bugs me, man. These are modems of art that I love so much. And people, and me making shit like this also, it kind of goes for me too. I'm a content creator. I spend a lot of time making these videos every week, and I love my 10 to 12, my 20, 25, 30 views and likes. Oh, I don't know if I get the likes, but views on the pod. I love that. I love it all. I love all the support, no matter how much it is. But man, we grinding, and we have to keep up with for what I do, because I do current events, but even just regular content. If we don't keep it fresh, we don't stay in the algorithm, they're going to forget about us. So we have to keep pumping. And hopefully, you know, this kind of stuff reaches you guys. And, you know, when it's not monetary all the time, you know, just the love we get from the views that we do get keep us going. And I don't know. that's why I like to support so much, because I like for this content to stick and stay around a little bit and just have replayability. I want y'all to go back and want to see my face. Don't get tired of seeing me, you know what I'm saying? The quality is going to be there. Your boy is going to be there, and I'm just happy you're here. So, yeah, Offset shot. This is still kind of a developing story, but to make a long story short, it just seems like Offset gambles a lot. And he's racked up a couple of debts with people. Nobody knows what the gambling debts are for. I don't know if they're just like sports bets. Oh, I bet you this, I bet you that. Or somebody let somebody borrow money and he didn't pay back the money. But supposedly, there was a $10K debt that Offset owed to Lil TJay for some reason. Not really too sure what it was for. Again, I don't know if it was, maybe I bet for the Falcons to beat, he's from Chicago, to beat the Bears and they didn't beat them and they bet $10K. Or they say that Offset does owe, I don't know if it's the casino he was at, almost like $900,000, you know what I'm saying? Almost $1 million. So he has, he gambles a lot, has lost a lot before. So it could have been a situation where he was gambling, needed a little some from somebody nearby. He asked Lil TJay had it, and he was like, yeah, I'll give it back to you because it's Offset. Maybe he was married to Cardi B at the time. Maybe he knew he had the money or had a means to get the money. And yeah, I don't know. I don't necessarily know what the case was, but there was a leaked text message exchange between Lil TJay and Offset regarding the money. And basically, it was a really disrespectful exchange with Lil TJay be like, oh, I need this money or else I'm slap the shit out of you. Offset feeling like he's being belittled by Lil TJay, goes and like, who's the fuck you talking to? Gets even more disrespectful, saying you already got shot before, which I would take sensitively too, because he almost got killed at Chipotle over some beef that he had before. He said, I wouldn't be talking to me like that because you already got shot once and I'll smoke you type shit, which caused, the situation to escalate a lot more. Supposedly they did see each other at this casino in Miami. They got into a squabble over the money after Offset seemingly won the fight. I think Offset's a bigger dude, older dude too, man. TJay's a young dude, which probably caused the following action after he got in a fight with Offset. After the fight was done, supposedly somebody shot Offset in the butt. And he got sent to the hospital soon after. A lot of shit was going around about Offset snitching and saying who, he was telling, the police who shot him, and that's not what the streets would do, blah, 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 blah. I don't know, bro. People are just fucking weird in the streets nowadays. I'm not a street guy. I don't follow the street rules. You know what I'm saying? I don't get myself in situations where I would need street shit to have to fall into place. You feel me? I try to stay out of all that shit, and I don't gamble that much. I play a little prize picks from here to there, so I do fantasy football and shit like that, but the addiction of fantasy football, gambling in general, and celebrities with a lot of money, anybody with a lot of money, I can see how it could be easy to fall into debt, gambling at casinos, or even merely getting loaned money and people borrowing money from you, or you borrowing money from people because they think you got it, not being able to return it because you gamble so much shit like that. I can see where that those problems could happen, but I don't know. I'm just tired of seeing brothers shoot each other, hate each other so much over little things like where they're from, what their favorite colors is. I know it's deeper than that, but bro, I just wish it would get better somehow. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we need to watch some anime together. I know if we were to bust it down and watch some anime together, watch some sports together, it wouldn't be as much beef and fucking chaos as there is when niggas is outside doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? And it happens in every race, I know, but it just seems like it's more publicized and glorified in the black community. Yeah, these niggas, shouldn't even say niggas, these dudes really be hating each other for no reason. I mean, there is some reason it's involved, but I just feel like there's just this guard that black dudes, especially black people in general, put up against each other, where they're more feel more endangered around each other than other people that don't necessarily be liking us anyway. And it's a year-old conversation and a year-old problem that no one man can fix it. I know I don't got all the answers, but one day I hope we'll get enough people to get together and find an alternative way to settle our differences besides killing and shooting and beating up, robbing each other. And I know there's those things out there, but that's not what we see. And it's not what's glorified. The song Back in Blood is specifically used in a text message sent to Lil TJay regarding the money that he was owed. It's like, that should be a mindset. Over 10K. First of all, I don't know. Unless you my family member, my cousin, somebody I love, my relative, a really close relative, 10K would not just be generously gifted to anybody. But I don't know. Again, the full story hasn't come out yet. As we get more details, I'm sure we'll figure out what the hell has been happening and why this shooting happened and who did the shooting. But prayers out to everybody involved, man. If you gamble responsibly. Don't get in debt with nobody. Pay your dues. If you do get in debt with somebody, pay your dues as soon as possible. I know I hate owing people money. Definitely to avoid situations like this and bullshit that could occur. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. We already saw what happened with Takeoff. It wasn't over gambling necessarily, but there's money involved. And yeah, we don't want to. Luckily, it wasn't, Offset is good. And he's being released from the hospital. He's been filmed outside the hospital. And TJay got out of jail on a $500 bond. So I don't necessarily think he was the one that did the shooting, but somebody did. And we'll figure out more details for sure. So prayers out to everybody. Druski and Erica Kirk. I know you guys been hearing about this, man. We saw Druski do his little thing. He's been doing a lot of skits as full white. I wouldn't necessarily say white face because he goes full white skin and he goes into characters. I know some people can be rubbed the wrong way by it, and understandably so, because he is mocking a certain type of person, a certain person in general. But I mean, I feel like he does have a little leeway, just like how white people that are half white have the leeway to say nigga. I feel like half white dudes are able to do whiteface. You know what I'm saying? If it's in the guise of comedy, and if it's actually funny, man. If it wasn't funny, condemn him, say all the shit you want. You're welcome to feel how you feel anyways, regardless of it. But it's like when it's funny and he makes fun of everybody all the time. Everybody gets shots, and when it's all, I wouldn't say all in love, because making fun of people isn't always all in love, but you know what I'm saying? If you can't laugh at yourself sometimes, if you can't, take the heat, especially people that are in high political positions, high celebrity positions, getting shaken up by somebody. I know Druski is super popular and nobody likes being made fun of, but you should never let something like this ruffle your feathers, especially Erica Kirk going on and saying, oh, I'm going to do blackface now. Jake Paul, who I shouldn't even be giving any light today, because I think he's kind of fallen off and grasping at straws to ruffle feathers and give us that shock value again. I was giving you a kudos with the boxing stuff. You're really trying to get out there and box and learn the craft and box and fight. But after the Anthony Joshua stuff, it just seems like you're going down a crazy ass motherfucking rabbit hole for attention. And you threatening to do blackface, and if you actually do it, you know what I'm saying? And of course, everybody's saying it's all in comedy. Once Druski does it, la la la, it's all fair and love and war. But hopefully, you know the history of blackface and why these white people did it back in the day to actually make fun of and demean black people. At least when Druski is doing it, he's making fun in jest of people that, I don't know. It's all opinion, but I feel like that are kind of doing wrong. Or people make fun of anyway, so he's just kind of joining in on the fun. Though he has a lot of followers and a lot of influence, it shouldn't be taken as super threatening. Erica Kirk talking about she's going to go blackface as Druski. That's like, especially, I don't know, again, this is all opinion, especially when people see you as being somebody that's doing wrong, to follow up being made fun of by doing more wrong in a super hateful way. It wouldn't be getting even. I think it would just be further digging your hole as a person that people don't like because of shit that you're doing on a wide scale. But Druski, again, does what everybody. He did with Brazilians, gay people, preachers. He did other ones, white country dude, white dudes in the hood that try to be black. Again, he's half black and half white. I don't know what percentages to say what side he's able to make fun of on. But I feel like he is at liberty to go back and forth. You know what I'm saying? And he's brave enough to put his reputation on the line, his brand deals on the line in the time where comedy is kind of losing It's freedom to do what it takes to make people laugh. It's always been that. Go above and beyond. Shock values everything in comedy, but to get on a comedy for being a comedian is crazy work. If you're a politician, be a politician. If you're a wannabe boxer, be a wannabe boxer. You're not a comedian. If you're going to try to do blackface to be offensive and not funny, good luck. This is going to be bad for you. That's all I got to say about it. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of Cinema Corner. So let's get into the Cinema Corner before we get you guys up out of here. This is going to be a speed Cinema Corner because there's a lot of shit on here. And I don't want to hold you guys for too much longer. Paradise finale. Didn't like it. I was skeptical on season 2. I didn't like how it started with 3 flashbacks. I kind of feel like we were jogging in place and not really moving forward on season 1's momentum. And as we got to the finale of Paradise, it kind of solidified that opinion, especially when you get into AI computers on that eagle eye bullshit. And then we talk about time travel, time wobbly shit. Oh, you've already saved the community. Like, take this card. Implying that Xavier is back in time from when he saved it already due to what Alex said. The computer is so advanced that it can read the future. What happened to the post-apocalyptic motherfucking shit that y'all gone through? The whole plot has been shifted. And also, you know, spoiler alert if you guys haven't seen it, but I'm sure you guys have, and I'm not going to review the whole last episode, but ultimately, after the whole intense scene of the mailman boyfriend stealing the kid and Xavier going to get the kid and his wife without any harm being done. After that, I thought we were going to really get into some shit. You see Xavier make it back to the bunker, meet up with his kids, get his wife back there, then go be hero, find Sinatra chilling perfectly, and then he helps her save her daughter, and all of a sudden Sinatra's a good guy after kind of just setting all this bullshit into play and getting ready to fucking explode the whole bunker and tries to dip off and shit. You know, actually, I think that was before no, that was the finale, right? I don't know, man. I don't know. I just don't know what's gonna happen now. Dude, the baby daddy being her son from an alternate timeline. I don't get it. Don't. Paradise, please don't confuse me. We're doing so well with that base, straightforward plot. Sinatra's a bad guy. Jane, is she really dead? I don't know. She got stabbed in the back and just passed out. I know she's not dead. That whole shit exploded. So is Jane in there? Did she get out? How did they escape from that prison so easily? Again, how the fuck is Sinatra just perfectly fine, able to walk around and do all this shit after getting shot squarely in the chest? I feel like she needs a little bit more time to recover before she's the main antagonist in this whole motherfucking show, making all the decisions, ripping and running around the bunker, hiding from people. And first of all, why did the system self-destruct when they broke the pressure thing to open the doors when Sinatra was trying to close the doors? How did that just ultimately create a self-destruct sequence? That was nuts. Also, I knew the repair dude was going to die after that explosion happened. I was like, oh, something is busted. It's just a little bit of hot air. Nope. Shard right in the neck and in the face. He gonna die. Y'all ain't gonna be able to repair the nuclear reactor, and that's just gonna blow up. Easy. But yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like they slow walked us through a whole setup for a season 3. They hit us with the season 2 of Last of Us, man. Again, I didn't play that game, so I wasn't expecting Pedro's character to die right at the beginning and have whole second season be about bullshit. This season of Paradise has pretty much been about bullshit because, yeah, it's just like a whole bunch of for nothing shit. She went out to find his wife. Coincidentally, he found her in the whole world. Colorado to Atlanta. The chances of you finding your wife are very slim, but he ends up doing that. Cool. After crashing an airplane and getting stabbed in the leg and killing a predator, blah, 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 all the shit that he went through. Meeting this girl, adopting a baby that he had for 5 seconds, and then gave away at every chance he got to go do side missions. And then ultimately, at the end of all this, we're going to have a black family with a whole bunch of adopted white children. So it'll be interesting to explain growing up. It's gonna be really interesting to explain. Bean, actually no, he's gonna give the white baby back to the dad. But the dad looks like he has some disease. His nose keeps bleeding. Who knows what's gonna happen with that? I think that supercomputer had a bunker that was explosion proof. Sinatra's still gonna be alive. They just slow played us through a whole bunch of for nothing bullshit. Oh, the family gets back together. I get it. But now we're gonna have a season 3 with a supercomputer. Finding the supercomputer at the explosion site that's going to take Xavier back in time before the explosion happened. We know what's going to happen, bro. Anyway, let's move out of that. Hope you guys watched season 3 or season 2 of Paradise and liked it. I didn't. Season 3, I'm going to still watch to review with you guys. Hopefully they save it. Yeah. Mario Galaxy movie. Another disappointment. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm not even gonna front and fake. Oh yeah, it was good. Nah, not even the cameo of Star Fox made it worth my fucking $20. First of all, it was the worst movie experience I've ever had. I ain't gonna lie to you. I went to a 9 o'clock matinee IMAX movie to get in, get out, handle that business. First of all, I get there at 9 o'clock. They forget the whole 9 people that bought that movie were in the theater, pitch black in the movie for 30 minutes. I'm like, bruh, it's dark as fucking here. No previews have started. The movie's supposed to start at 9 o'clock. Oh, the movie's not started? Let me call my manager. How the fuck do you not know 10 to 12 people are sitting here in the pitch black when the movie is supposed to be starting? In your IMAX theater. So, we sitting in there, the movie still don't start. Oh, we have to reboot the system. It should take about 20 minutes. So, it's 9:50. This movie still hasn't started. And then you see the little starting up screen. I know how the whole inner workings of IMAX movies work now that I sat there and watched that whole bullshit for an hour. Once the movie comes on, the IMAX doesn't even render the whole screen. So I'm looking at a quarter screen of IMAX, it cutting off everything at the bottom of the screen. I'm pissed off. So I go back. I'm not sitting here pissed. I waited an hour. This movie looks terrible. I'm going to get my money back. Oh, did you buy your ticket through Apple Pay? Yes, I did. Oh, if it's through Apple Pay, we can't give you any money back. We have to give you $16.90. I paid $20. $16.99 in ticket value or a free movie ticket for Anytime Movies. Bruh. How you know I don't need my $20? And what do you mean you can't give me my money back? Why do you have the Apple Pay option if you can't give refunds on it and it's not going to be useful? You guys take the money, right? You accept the money, but you can't give money back to people? That's crazy. So I said, fuck that. I'm not taking a less than $20 value on a movie because I'm going to have to pay on that to see another movie. Bitches is like $22 anyways. And then I'm not going to take a free Anytime movie. I could have waited and saw Michael Jackson a couple weeks later, but I'm here now and I want to see a fucking movie. So I sat there and watched the movie for it to be super terrible. No fucking plot. Rosalina basically gets kidnapped at the beginning of the movie. Not explaining who Rosalina is if you haven't seen Mario. For some reason, Peach is tasked with going to find Rosalina. Mario, Peach, Luigi, and Toad get split up for some reason to do a side mission. For no reason, because they all end up at the same place anyways. They just do a little side mission to introduce Star Fox. Star Fox was in the movie for maybe 10 minutes. Did pretty much nothing. Pretty much nothing the whole time. And yeah, Baby Bowser was the main character with pretty much no motivations, but oh, I want to take over the world because my dad said so. Chris Pratt, not the best Mario, I would say. Donald Glover being Yoshi, I get it, that was cool, but Yoshi doesn't really say much. Even Yoshi, we don't even get a backstory for it. It kind of just throw a whole bunch of shit at us for nostalgia. If you know Mario, then you'll like this movie. Number 1 at least had some plot. Jack Black was sidelined in this movie. Toad was kind of sidelined in this movie. It's pretty much a Peach movie. A little bit of Mario. A lot of Baby Bowser. And just kind of lessons about, oh, Peach is Rosalina's sister, and them together have superpowers. Bowser was not really a good dad to Baby Bowser. Now, Baby Bowser is trying to take over the world to press his dad. Oh, Bowser, I'm a good guy, really. No, I'm a bad guy. But actually, I'm a good guy, but now I'm a bad guy again. The fuck, bro? It was bullshit. I don't even think kids like that shit, bro. I was in the movie with at least 10 people. Every laugh scene, I know it's not a packed theater. You get laughs in a packed theater from everybody there. Didn't get one laugh from any of the jokes. It was just bad. I thought the critics score, Rotten Tomatoes score, were kind of like, oh, they're giving it a 40% off of just bullshit and giving bad reviews off of bullshit. I sat there through the movie 2 hours longer than I was supposed to. It was trash. Mario Galaxy, if you're coming out with a big one, the end credit scene, spoiler alert for all this shit, I'm sorry I didn't mention that before going into it. The end credit scene, I didn't even stay for. I was like, I'm gonna watch this online. And it ended up being my favorite character. They introduced Daisy. She gonna be in the next one. She knocking niggas out. Coming in with the straight lefts, knocking niggas out. But yeah, it was bad, man. If you guys want to go see it, take your kids to see it. I would wait for it to come out. I support Nintendo and Mario and all that. Star Fox, my favorite character, that cameo. I'll pay for that alone, but yeah, that's not worth an hour and a half, 2 hours of your day. Wait for that shit to come out on streaming. What I'm watching now is a big list of stuff. Right now, we're in the thick of the spring releases, man. A whole bunch of good shows are out right now, starting with The Boys being back season 5. Dropped 2 episodes right now on Prime. The Boys are back. Billy Butcher, Huey, Mother's Milk, Frenchie, Kimiko, Starlight are all back. Still trying to figure out how to fucking defeat Homelander. First 2 episodes, basically, they're back with the virus. Trying to concoct the virus to kill Homelander, though it's going to kill all soups, and Billy the Butcher knows that. He feels like it's the only way to kill Homelander, and he's going to do anything he can to kill Homelander. Huey, Frenchie, and Mother's Milk are all captured at the end of season 4 and taken to the kind of camps that really resemble ICE. This is doubling up on it. Shows Daredevil and The Boys that are really big on political current events. They have a lot of MAGA representation in this one, and then they have a lot of ICE kind of with the anti-vigilante people in Daredevil. So these shows are really, really, with the times and kind of current events, though I kind of would prefer the shows to, I don't know, again, I don't think it's a bad thing, but, kind of separate the political and kind of keep the fantasy because there is a lot of tension there, and it kind of could divide the fan base. But I don't know. I still think it was cool. They did their shock value, dude with the extra long wiener out there beating people to death with his wiener. There's still some good shit out there. Everybody's back. A-Train's back. The Deep is back. All the fun from The Boys is back. So go check that out. I'm watching that right now. Daredevil is cool. Born Again season 2, I'm trying to get used to it a little bit more. I don't know, man. I still kind of feel like they're not doing the best at following up the first season. The first season wasn't ultimately the super best. It was fucked up because of the writer's strike and stuff, and kind of piecemeal together. This season 2 was supposed to be better, have more time to come out with it, reshoot and do some shit. But, though the main villains in Daredevil are Kingpin and Bullseye, I thought we'd see a lot more of the Defenders being Danny Rand, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones is supposed to be in it. We're already 5 episodes in. We haven't seen her yet. And Daredevil, man, he's leaving a lot to be wanted as far as him as a hero. Like, he whoops ass. He can fight. But when it comes down to a group of people or even tougher bad guys, it seems like he's going to struggle with that shit, especially with niggas with guns and he can't see. Like, he be struggling to find shit a lot, like really showing that he's blind, and that's kind of hard for me to believe with people with guns and shit that can see him coming from hella far away, maybe cars, any fast-moving object. I know he can hear and have super senses, but it's like, I don't know. I don't think he can dodge bullets, man, and he gets hit with punches and knocked out, so it's hard to believe to me that he's going to be dodging bullets and shit, but we'll see, man. Last episode, a really good cliffhanger, man. Bullseye is trying to get his revenge for being set up by Kingpin and his wife. His wife did him dirty. Threw him in jail, had him kill Foggy and get in bad terms with Daredevil, who holds a grudge forever, as you would for killing his best friend. But yeah, It's good. It's good, man. I just feel like towards the end, hopefully it kind of connects and shows us something going into Spider-Man, some Doomsday stuff to kind of save it because it is kind of a slow walk right now. When we heard it's going to be 18 episodes, 2 seasons, I thought it was going to be something a little bit more epic, bring a little bit more of the Netflix stuff to the Disney stuff, but it's not necessarily the same. And, Punisher, hopefully there's his little special because he's not going to be a Daredevil. Hopefully his special kind of holds the same tone as the Netflix stuff and doesn't kind of go steer more towards the PG-13 stuff that they're kind of known for. So I'm hoping that gets back to it. And Invincible season 4, I think it is. Season 4? Season 5. I think it's season 4. Whatever. The newest episodes of Invincible, last 2 seasons, people have been kind of iffy on, following the first 2. But this season's not bad, man. We still want to see Mark be super Viltrumite, not get maxed out a lot of the time. Last episode, he got his guts ripped out after killing Conquest for a second time. This episode, we got to see more so of the Viltrumite versus the Rebellion's battle. Alan the Alien and all the other Rebellion guys, Nolan. We see a montage of Nolan and I forgot the little boy's name. The little brother's name. As Nolan and him connect as Mark heals from getting his gut ripped out. We see a montage of that, and we also see Alan the Alien in the Resistance kind of fighting against the Viltrumite army. So it was a good little montage, and let's get to see the power levels. We finally get to see Battle Beast for a second, though we didn't get to see him fight at all in the last episode, which is kind of crazy. We saw everybody else fight, except for the guy with the super cannon that killed the Viltrumite and blew up a ship in one shot. And Battle Beast, where they at? They're the strongest niggas there besides Mark Nolan and Lil Bro. They pulled up losing the battle without those 2 niggas. Like, come on. What's going on? But it's good, man. I like it. I like the stakes right now. I want to see what happens with Eve and her pregnancy. What another Viltrumite baby mixed with Eve's powers could be like. You know what I'm saying? I have the comics. I could probably get ahead and see what's going on. But I like where we're at in the show. I fucks with it a lot. Hopefully you guys watch it. I don't really hear many reviews about Invincible as much as these other shows. Hopefully you guys are watching and tuning in. I'll be back next week probably with another review. This one's not really in depth. I just wish Mark was doing better, man. Him getting maxed out by Conquest twice, him almost dying fighting him. Just Thrag is supposed to be stronger than him. So what's going to happen when they have to fight Thrag? So, something's probably going to happen to Nolan. Nolan's probably going to die. Hopefully Lil Bro doesn't die. It's going to come to a crossroads where Mark is going to have to be that nigga and not get beat up and not get close to death or have somebody close to him die or be burdened by the morals of killing people that are putting the world in jeopardy. I know it's, easier said than done, but this is a main antagonist of a show for 5 seasons. You got to figure it out. And then lastly, the Darth Maul show, Shadow Lord. Cool, man. This was cool if you're a fan of the Clone Wars, if you're a fan of, what was the other one? The other animated series by Star Wars. Clone Wars and, what was the other one? But anyways, you know what I'm talking about. But this one, it takes it to another level. It gives it a 2026 feel. Kind of gives me Love, Death, and Robots feel mixed with the animation of the Clone Wars. A backstory gives us a little bit more about Darth Maul that we may not have known. I'm not really into the comics of Star Wars. I haven't read them. So there might be a lot of back lore in there that we don't know. And ever since episode 1, when Darth Maul was killed by Obi-Wan, we didn't really get to know a lot about him. So we're learning a lot more in the animated series. I know the animated series is not everybody's cup of tea, but it's dope. It looks dope. The fighting is dope. Darth Maul getting off with the double-edged sword. The fighting in this is epic as fuck. So check it out. First 2 episodes are out right now. Let me know what you guys think. They're killing it with the animated stuff. Star Wars is, so hopefully they can follow up with their actual live action stuff and get back on track and have some Andor quality stuff to follow up Andor, their best shit that they had. Get some more Jedis in there, because I know that what's the last one with the Acolyte, that was bad. The fightings was dope, but the storyline was bad. There's so much shit that they can do with Star Wars. You have success of Dune and these aliens and a whole bunch of outer space shit. We saw what Project Hail Mary did. People still love space. In Star Wars, you should be the team to get it together, because space is supposed to be your expertise. Yeah. Maul, Shadow Lord out right now. Check it out. Disney Plus, along with these other shows as well. Yeah, that's a little bit of what I'm watching, y'all. Man, that was a little rundown. How was that? How was that? This is the end of the episode where I like to let them know where you can find me at. I have nothing else to talk to you guys about. I know you guys want to get to it, hit the world today, and get to your day. But I'm glad you guys took some time out to talk to your boy. I'm glad to be back. We will be back next week with plenty more topics and plenty more content. But again, where you find me at is Patrick or SAC _ Lydell on the Instagram, Patrick _ Lydell on the Snapchat. I don't know why my handles are so different everywhere. I should kind of solidify them so people can just find them easier, but hey, it's why I shout them out to you guys. On the Instagram for Best of Bias, it's Best of Bias. Of course, you'll see Growly. You know what the bear look like. I almost thought I had the hat on, but I don't. But you'll see Growly there. You'll see a whole bunch of videos of me promoting a lot of these pods that I have. Tune into the Instagram. A lot of stuff that I'm going to be talking about. If I don't talk about it on the pod, I'll put it in the stories there so you guys know that I see it. I know you guys, I see you see, I see it. So yeah, so check that out. On the TikTok, I do try to post promos for the pod on there as well. And of course, on YouTube, where you're watching the video now, you can find every video every week, every piece of content we put on here for you guys, just in case you don't have access to where you find your favorite podcasts at Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all those other places, but YouTube. We love y'all. Thank you, AKA, for putting these videos up so quickly. Having something to look at, put a name to a face, a voice to a face. Seeing what I'm rocking, seeing what pops we got out there, seeing what new shit we add to the office. Hope it's not too overstimulating for y'all. If it is, let me know. If you want to be on the pod, let me know. New guests coming soon. Season 5 coming soon. New comics coming soon. New songs coming soon. Just plenty of shit coming soon. And we at the Valkyrie game soon too. We back in season, boy. You almost there. So holla at me. It's your boy Lydell Dinero. Thank you guys for being here. Love y'all. Where that theme song at is right here.
It's the best of Bias. You need the earful, you should try us. From pop culture to the movies to Nattys. It's the best of Bias. Best of Bias.